Hello, happy Monday, and welcome to your Divine Energy Flow session tonight. We do these every Monday night at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. So if you've never been with us before, I do like a little talk, maybe 20 minutes or so, and then we get right into the actual energy work, and that will last about 20 or 30 minutes or so. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Um, we are on a series called Understanding Ascension, right? So this is the third episode. The first episode we talked about just like having the spiritual awakening and how that works. The second episode we talked about emotions and how that plays a huge role in the ascension process and in your spiritual, evolution. And then today we're going to talk about perception. Um, when I ended last week, I ended at perception. Like, what is your perception of the world? What is your perception of reality? What is your perception of yourself? What's your perception of everyone else? What's your perception of God? What's your perception of, and so this is going to be all about perception. Um, and really, so first, I'm not going to start yet. So first, I just want to take a few deep breaths because it really helps me. And I had something to do last week, so I couldn't be here. So it's been 2 weeks. So like I'm normal and I get nervous. So like I'm gonna just ground and inviting you to do the same thing with me. So let's just take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Sit in silence just for a second. Go ahead and take another deep breath. Sit in stillness. All right, take another one. And just breathe normal just for a few moments. Really let everything go from the day. Just let everything go. Just kind of put everything down. Leave everything at the door. All your thoughts and concerns and issues and what you think are your problems and things like that. Just kind of leave it at the door for now. We can pick it back up after the energy work is done. So let's just try to be as present in this moment as humanly possible. Let me put on the chat. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what that is. Hi, Jamil. How are you? I'm not sure what your comment means, but hi, and thank you for being here. All right. So, perception and how your perception 100%, I don't want to say sort of dictates your ascension. Um, when we are born, I feel like I've said this already. Of course, we have this we don't really have our perception is that everything's good, everything's love, everything is there for us as long as we have a nurturing um, babyhood to childhood, right? Um, so even just a baby, most of the time we get screwed up in the first few years. So this is for everyone. Okay. Um, so you're a baby, you come into the world, you're full of joy and full of all this beautiful divine energy, right? And then you start growing up and like you're taught that money doesn't grow on trees and that the what it actually is trees. But and whatever other stuff that like you were taught that is negative. So like um I have a specific family member that just every time I say something, they bring something up that could possibly happen wrong every time. It's like, shh, I don't want to hear it. Like I know these things. I don't need to like listen to you talk about it, or I don't need to talk about the things that could possibly go wrong because anything could happen, right? So we can have that perception of a lot of people have this perception of the world is sort of out to get me. The man is out to get me, or the government is out to get me, or my job, or a victim type mentality. And some people are actually definitely victims of stuff, but keeping that victim mentality, never, going through the process of getting help to start healing things. When you just keep and stay in that victim mentality, that's a whole world view. Like you don't understand how much it matters to the whole of it when you have a certain type of consciousness that your frequency is like a certain rate. Everything will be exactly what you think it'll be. Like when you think that the things will go wrong, the things are going to probably go wrong because you think that they're gonna, like, you're putting that into existence. You're speaking that. So this is what a lot of people do every day, all day long. They think about what could go wrong. They think about all the things that could, go wrong on their way to work, and then while they're there, and then the boss calls them to the office. It must be something bad. Oh my God! Like instead of saying, "Oh, he might be calling me to his office to congratulate me because I'm such an amazing freaking employee." Like, why don't we think that's the first thought instead of, "Uh-oh, what did I do?" You know? I mean, it's just the way that we're sort of like brought up because our parents were sort of brought up that way, and it's just kind of the thing. So I did take notes today. I've been kind of like jotting down little things throughout the weekend. So let me just see something real quick. Um, yeah, it's hard to survive. Like when you think that it's hard to survive, when especially like there's at sometimes I'm the same way. Like you have a certain amount of, let's say, resources, money, or whatever it is, and um, and I completely lost my thought because I just looked back at the paper. Hard to survive, victim mentality, everything someone else is someone else's fault. So not taking that responsibility for your own actions. Everything is someone else's fault, mom, dad's fault, the government's fault, etc. Yeah, completely programmed. So this is like the completely programmed state of being that a lot of people still live in. Like probably most people still live like this. So we want to get from there into the universe is always working in your favor. No matter what, whatever you believe, whatever you hold as true, and whatever you think that you can do wholeheartedly and take action toward, the universe will make sure that you have it. So like we really live in this magnificent, beautiful multiverse that like has every potential possible. Like we could really make this fun, this life, if we chose to, but it's all your choice. It's all a choice. You choose to view the world this way, you choose to view the world this way. It is all your choice. No matter what the background of the life has been, I'm not discounting what anyone has ever gone through. You definitely, I hold space for you and I send love to you. But there's going to be a time where you're going to have to start trying to heal from that. And yeah, so um, the world can really be magical. Like and I'm going to show you a few things. So let me just make sure I didn't lose anything here. Your favor all the time. You have to take full energetic responsibility. So you have to make sure that you are vibing high, that you are listening to your body and resting if you need to, or listening to your emotions and crying if you need to. That doesn't mean that you're not vibing high. That don't mean that your frequency is not high because you let the emotions roll out like tears. It's such a misconception that tears mean low frequency, that tears mean low energy. It's not true at all. I've shed so many tears in gratitude. I've shed so many tears just to shed, just to purge, just to get something out. So it's just another thing that you were programmed as a child. Okay, so yeah, full energetic responsibility for your life and receive and be in the receptive mode to receive the blessings that are meant for you. They may not come in the way that you think they will, but if you know and you have the world view or the reality view that the universe is conspiring for you, not against you. We were taught it was against us. Everything's against us. The world's against us. No, it's for us. We just have to remember that. We have to remember that, right? Um, we are one with everything. This is a big. Um, so let's talk about nature. We are one with everything. I'm not going to forget what I was saying. We are one with everything. Nature. Nature is the first way that I really sort of shifted. It is the best way and the main way that I've shifted my perception of reality. Nature. So getting in tune with Mother Earth, like lay on the ground, sit on the ground, go face first on the ground, smell the freaking grass. Don't worry about the bugs. Let them crawl on you. It's okay. You're all of that too. Like go hug a tree, do all of it, do the stuff. All of it is so good and so grounding. And you are it. So when you sit next to the tree, you breathe the tree's stuff and the tree breathes your stuff. And tell me you're not interconnected. Like you are totally interconnected with nature. We arise from nature and we go back into nature when this body dies. Like we are absolutely stars, dirt, whatever, whatever. We're all of that. We're the cosmos, we're the earth, we're the water, we're the fire, we're all of that. And when you finally sort of like get that, so sit on the grass, ground yourself. While you're in nature, like what look at the flowers. Stop and look at the flowers. Stop and look at the trees. Stop and look and see what kind of like energy the tree has. Start playing with the energy. Start learning how to see it and how to smell it and how to feel it and how to talk to it and have it talk back to you. I know that sounds crazy, but whatever. Nature is a huge awakener. Um, Realize that when you're looking at this is the worldview, this is the type of worldview. Like if you could do this all the time, which life happens and you can't do it all the time, unless you live in like some beautiful like Costa Rica and you do everything that you love all day long, then maybe you can do this at all. Maybe you could just be perfect at all times. I'm sure you can, but a lot of us haven't yet. We all, it is a choice. We all can. It is a choice. Um, okay. Oh, nature. Okay. So fire. Start getting in touch with the fire. Start connecting to the fire. Start building. Fire is so necessary to let go of things, to let go of energy, especially with the full moon right now. We had a thing last weekend where we just like really, it was a couple days before the full moon, but it was still the good energy and it was beautiful. And we had a fire ceremony that we just let everything out to the fire. The fire takes it all. Like the fire is amazing. Like, oh my God, the fire is beautiful. Start getting connected with those elements. If you have, I don't have a bunch of water next to me, unfortunately. I love water. I'm a water. As you can see, the mermaid, the beach, like water is my thing. Get connected to the water. What you could do is have a glass of water in the morning or whenever and bless it, sing to it or hum to it, like bless the water with your frequency, like put it close to your heart and really like bless it with your own, authentic frequency and love and sing it love and sing to it maybe if you want or whatever you want to do to it. Put a crystal in it for a little while and drink it, and that can be your water uh, connection. That can be your connection to the water. Um, Obviously, you can do this with anything in nature. You can do this with the wind. You can just start kind of flowing with the wind. I love doing that. You can just kind of dance with it. Um, some interesting stuff happens when you start doing this. I'm not going to get into that, but it's like you just can't like you are nature. You are the thing that grows the flower. The thing that grows your flower the flower beats your heart. The thing that grows the flower grows us in our mother's, belly, does everything, does our blood, and does all that. It's the same stuff, that thing that makes the sun come up. It's the same thing that makes whatever, all of this happen. Like we are literally made, our bodies are made of all of that stuff. Connect to it. So we are one. Once you realize that you are one with nature, that you are one with all other living beings, because that's next. Realize that you're one with every other living being. The ones you like and the ones you may not like the best. That's a nice way of putting it. Realize that the same thing that's looking out of your eyes is looking out of their eyes. Yeah. Once you see this, then you will see that if you hurt someone else, you're hurting yourself. You hurt yourself, you're hurting someone else. So you start to love you and love everyone else too. It's harder to love some, maybe. I'm not saying like you have to go love everybody. It's not that easy. But if you try for it, if that's your striving, then you have the intention to do it. Then the intention is what counts the most. The intention is what counts the most. So, all right. What else? All right. So bad when I'm not like sitting down writing. Yeah. When you have this type of mindset, all of a sudden, even if you don't get $1 million, you will be divinely taken care of somehow, some way, all the time. You will be taken care of. Everything will just flow in and flow out. All is well. You figure out a way every time. You figure out what the thing is every time. Yeah, and everything falls into place. So we talked about nature. You would swear I'm like 80 with my memory. Like I have this memory. I'm not gonna speak that into existence, but it's not the best. My second thing that I put was plant medicine. And I'm not gonna go into this too deep, but this is the fastest way to completely blow everything open, where your awareness is just expanded, and everything that you thought was like this, like in the box, just completely is busted wide open, and you are 100%, your whole worldview changes from the first time. I mean, from the first time. It's not for everybody though, and I'm not going to talk about that a whole lot. But that's just literally eating or taking the spirits of nature. Eating the plants is eating the spirits of nature. These specific plants. All right, so that's another way. That's how I did it, mostly. Of course, meditation. Of course, like so. Another important thing with ascension is being able to take yourself out of yourself, like when you're having like an issue, or when you're having like a moment that you really are having a hard time, to take yourself out of yourself and just be the observer. I know you heard the observer, the witness, whatever other words go to that. But it's when you can stand back and see what's happening in your energetic field, see what's happening in your emotional body, see what's happening mentally, see all of it without being completely immersed in it. I'm allowing Carla to do whatever she's doing while I'm sitting here just watching. And when you yourself are not the Carla doing the stuff or having the experience, when you identify with and become what you are, all of them, when you become that observer and you're watching it, it just doesn't have the same power. It doesn't take your power anymore. You're just watching. You're just observing some phenomenon. Like it's not a big deal. It's just happening, and we just allow it to happen, and allow it to flush through the system. If we're talking about emotions or whatever it is. Yeah, that's important. When emotions come up, yeah, the emotional part, I talked about it last week, but I'm gonna just say it real quick one more time. When the emotions come up, allow them to come up, give them love, and let them pass. They're not meant to stay in your body. The trauma is not meant to live in your body. It's meant to be felt, dealt with, healed from, lesson learned, whatever it is, and complete, done. To never have to do this again, right? Okay. Meditation, gratitude, affirmations work, man. I don't care who says, if anyone actually says that affirmations don't work. You might know. Affirmations work. Gratitude affirmations, just saying things like, thank you for my house, thank you for the hot water, thank you for my bath, thank you for the beautiful trees in my yard, thank you for the flowers, thank you for all of these, the abundance of blades of grass in the yard. Like, look at all this grass. Like, the energy of money and resources is the same abundance as all of the blades of grass. Like, really, that is the truth. That is the truth of the energetics of all of this, of the abundance and all that. It's just an energetics. Okay. Yeah, meditation and gratitude, affirmations, kind of getting in touch with that inner observer instead of being in all the situations and things all the time. Seeing it from the highest perspective, that everything is in divine order. All of the hardships will come with lessons. It's all working perfectly. So yeah, that's definitely a view, a world view. Everything is happening just perfectly. Even if I got a flat tire today, everything is happening just perfectly. There could have been something else that happened way worse. Everything is happening in perfect timing, perfect alignment. All I have to do is completely stay immersed in my frequency of what I want to feel. It's my control. It's our choice. We control how we feel. All right. Allowing yourself to look at everything as what has actually happened. Ooh, this is so good. Oh my God, it's late. Okay. The last one is allowing yourself to look at everything as is. Like, it is what it is. Like, whatever's happening, look at it as is. And instead of giving it any meaning or judgment, realize it's not personal. You're just doing human life. So when things happen, it's kind of like being the observer. Don't judge it. If you got a flat tire, just pretend like there's no emotions involved in it. There's no, oh no, I'm going to be late. Like, take all that away and focus on the flat tire or whatever it is that happened. Whatever you can come up with. I'm just coming up with a flat tire today. It's just a tire that's flat. So you just do whatever you got to do to make it unflat. You just move on with your day. Like, it just is what it is. It doesn't have to become this huge calling everybody. Oh my God, call work. Oh my God, I'm going to be, oh my God, and all that stuff. All of this everything in life can be experienced with non-reaction, with just responding to whatever the hell's going on. If I have a flat tire, I'm going to respond by fixing the tire, by calling my insurance, by calling whoever to come help me fix it. Whatever, whatever the thing is. Instead of making it like this huge thing. These are all just little things that you can do to really help. Is my air on? I'm going to go ahead and start the smudging. Oh, I think the air is on. I don't know if my Palo Santo will light. So right now, we're going to go ahead and start the session. I just wanted to light this because it seems like it's not too windy in my room right now. Sometimes it's so windy in here. The fan, the air, it's like, God, you can't even light a candle. So right now, just take a few deep breaths, lay back, sit back, do however you'd like to do it, whatever's more comfortable. I'd rather you not sleep, but you can. I mean, it's not really that big. You can sleep. If you have an intention, if you have something that might be hurting or maybe an emotion that needs to be dealt with, like, whatever it is, set the intention to work on those specific areas or those emotions. I always like to set a general intention for the whole group, for everyone to receive the transmission, as much energy as wherever it needs to go for the highest good of you and all. So just a very simple generic. I'm gonna cleanse with some Palo Santo. I'm gonna use a little sound here as well. Yeah, it took forever. All right, so just breathe, lay back. You don't have to watch me. All right. Well, if you are still you're still like laying back or meditating or whatever, you can continue to do that. Carry on. Other than that, join us next week. I think 7 o'clock. I'm not really sure what I'll talk about next week. We'll see. But have a beautiful week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you.